Milinkovic-Savic! And Hilal take the lead!
Football is entering a new era. The 2025 FIFA Club World Cup will be the biggest ever. For the first time, 32 teams from 6 continents will battle it out in a World Cup-style tournament for club glory. But as exciting as this sounds, fans were left confused and in some cases furious when the list of participating teams was announced. No Liverpool, no Barcelona, no Al-Nassr, but somehow Inter Miami, which hasn't won a major international title, made the cut. So what exactly is the new system? How did FIFA choose these 32 clubs? Why are some of the biggest names in world football left out? And what does it mean for the future of the Club World Cup? Let's break it all down. For years, the Club World Cup was a small 7-team event, a brief competition played in December, often dominated by European champions. But FIFA wanted something bigger, something that would reflect the global growth of club football. Starting in June 2025, the Club World Cup becomes a massive 32-team tournament held every 4 years. The format is simple. It mimics the regular FIFA World Cup. There will be 8 groups of 4 teams, with the top 2 from each group advancing to the knockout rounds. There is no third-place playoff, and all knockout matches are single-legged. The entire tournament will take place in the United States, making it one of the most commercialized and globally watched club competitions ever. But with so few Champions League winners to choose from in each region, how do you decide which 32 clubs deserve to be there? That's where FIFA's qualification criteria come in. And that's where things get a little complicated. To fairly allocate spots across the globe, FIFA decided on a fixed distribution. UEFA gets 12 teams, South America gets 6, Asia gets 4, Africa gets 4, North America also gets 4, Oceania gets 1, and there's 1 slot for a host club, which in this case is from the USA. There are 2 ways a club could qualify. The first is through what FIFA calls the Champions Path. The second method is the ranking path. FIFA used a coefficient system based on wins, progression, and consistency. Let's look at who made it. From Europe, Chelsea, Real Madrid, and Manchester City are automatic qualifiers for winning the Champions League in 2021, 22, and 23, respectively. The rest of the European spots went to clubs with the highest UEFA coefficient points. That includes Bayern Munich, PSG, Inter Milan, Porto, Atletico Madrid, Benfica, Juventus, Dortmund, and RB Salzburg. This is where it gets controversial. Liverpool, despite winning the Champions League in 2019, didn't qualify because that victory falls outside the eligible period, and their recent performances in Europe weren't consistent enough to earn them a spot through ranking. Barcelona also missed out. They've had no Champions League title since 2015 and have consistently underperformed in recent years. Manchester United, Arsenal, Napoli, and Roma also fell short for the same reason. They either lacked titles or had poor results in continental competitions. In South America, the 3 most recent Copa Libertadores winners made it in. Palmeiras won in 2021, Flamengo in 22, and Fluminense in 23. The remaining 3 spots were given to top-ranked clubs. Boca Juniors, River Plate, and Nacional of Uruguay earned their places based on consistent performances and historic success. From Asia, the 4 teams include Al Hilal from Saudi Arabia, Ulsan from South Korea, Urawa Reds from Japan, and Al Ain from the UAE. Al Hilal not only won the AFC Champions League in 2021, but also reached the finals in 22 and 24, making them the most consistent team in Asia during this period. Ulsan were champions in 2020, Urawa in 22, and Al Ain in 24. Al-Nassr, despite having Cristiano Ronaldo and plenty of attention, did not qualify. They haven't won the AFC Champions League or made deep runs in recent tournaments, so their exclusion is strictly based on sporting criteria. North America's qualifying clubs include Monterrey, Seattle Sounders, and Club Leon, who each won the CONCACAF Champions League in 2021, 22, and 23. The 4th spot is where things got interesting. FIFA granted it to Inter Miami, the MLS side from the United States. They didn't win any international trophies, but because the United States is hosting the tournament, FIFA gave one automatic entry to an American club. Inter Miami, with the global attention brought by Lionel Messi, was the obvious choice. This decision has been criticized as being more about marketing than merit, but technically it follows FIFA's host nation rule. Africa's representatives include Al-Ahli from Egypt, Wydad Casablanca from Morocco, Esperance de Tunis from Tunisia, and Mamelodi Sundowns from South Africa. Al-Ahli dominated the CAF Champions League, winning in 2020, 21, and 23. Wydad took the title in 22. Esperance and Sundowns qualified based on rankings and consistent performances. Finally, the lone team from Oceania is Auckland City from New Zealand. They've long dominated the OFC Champions League and remain the strongest side in their region. Let's address the elephant in the room. How can a Club World Cup leave out teams like Liverpool, Barcelona, and Al-Nassr? It feels wrong to many fans. These are clubs with massive global fan bases and rich histories. But FIFA said that the new Club World Cup is about recent success, not reputation. If a team didn't win their continental title or didn't rank highly through consistent performance, they didn't make it. Liverpool didn't qualify because their most recent Champions League title was in 2019, which doesn't count under UEFA's current window. Their more recent European campaigns didn't go deep enough to accumulate ranking points. Barcelona has been stuck in group stage exits and early knockouts, which didn't help their coefficient. And Al-Nassr, while a headline-making club in Saudi Arabia, hasn't done anything significant in the AFC Champions League recently. But clubs like Al Hilal, Palmeiras, and Fluminense actually delivered on the pitch. They won titles, reached finals, and proved their consistency. But then there's Inter Miami. Their inclusion shows the business side of modern football. It's clear that FIFA seeks star power and the attention of the American audience. Messi brings that. It's not about trophies in this case. It's about ticket sales, global viewers, and commercial buzz. This tells us that the Club World Cup is no longer just a test of footballing merit. It's also a test of global marketability. The 2025 Club World Cup marks a new chapter in football history. It's not just about crowning the best club in the world anymore. It's about expanding football's global footprint, creating new rivalries, and giving fans from every continent something to cheer for. Still, there will be criticism and debate. Fans of excluded teams will feel robbed. But one thing is clear, the future of club football is global, and the 2025 Club World Cup is only the beginning. Like and subscribe to stay tuned for what happens next.